Alright, today we're going to be taking a look at the dragster design and ultimately taking some of the components that have not been created in Inventor yet. We're going to reverse engineer those components that you will get in each one of these bags. And then we will be able to take those components and actually add them into a drawing, which will be created as our assembly file. The technology engineering program here at Irving is essentially an exploration level to different advanced fields of technology. So students are able to take the class in both 7th and 8th grade, and they're subject to project-based learning activities which are able to give them a basic idea of different careers that ultimately they can explore in the future, whether they start to look at these different careers at the high school or as well look at their future career aspirations depending on what those might be. So ultimately what you need to draw first is just this sideways T, which will ultimately then be revolved around the axis to create the wheel. In this class, the students are able to be prepared for a future in different CAD design, not to mention they're also able to learn how to problem solve. Creative thinking skills are definitely something that we are looking for to develop over the years and ultimately apply those in the 21st century workforce. So when we think of career and technology education, which is basically the parent of technology and engineering classes here in 7th and 8th grade, we look at career pathways and how what we do in our classes is ultimately setting our students up for a future in the global workforce.
Today in Tech Ed, we were making and finishing up our truss bridges, and we were testing them. You put it in between a plastic case and the black background, and then there's a bucket and you pour sand in it, and then eventually your truss bridge will fail and it'll break.
Alright, so we had failure at 3 pounds.
With this project, I learned how bridges, where the pressure goes and where it fails and how it fails.
The beautiful thing about this class is that it's like basically coming in and getting to do what I love doing. Teaching and at the same time having a great time with the kids, interacting, and the students really enjoy being here, which makes my job that much better. So the kids really enjoy what they're doing. They're always hands-on, interacting with each other. What also makes the class so unique is that we have 2 different rooms to work in. We have our design room and then we have our production room, which ultimately allow us to take whatever we imagine and bring it to life in our production facility, and ultimately not just build it, but actually test and use the engineering design process to ultimately overcome some of the obstacles that might come along the way.
I like this class because you get to build a lot of stuff and it's really fun. I think it'll help me because I want to become a technician when I grow up, and so building cars and stuff, this is what we're doing in class, so I guess it'll help me have some background knowledge on how to do stuff in the future.
And you can see the spindle winding up. The reason why this program is so important is because it allows us to take both science and math classes, core subject areas, and reinforce them or reinvigorate them with the content that is covered in our classes. So in the science and math, there's already a built schedule, a built curriculum that is ultimately jam-packed, and there's not a lot of wiggle room for different technology-enhanced activities. And what we do in the technology and engineering classes is we are allowed to take those different opportunities, build off of them, and provide the students with a realistic view on these different areas to basically authenticate what they're doing in their other subjects. So the students are able to have a great time and at the same time reinforcing those science and math classes with really great activities.